guys, me again for the news for the 5th of October 2018, yeah. Here we go, starting off with one for the UK, beyond BBC and all that. So the UK is one of the least racist societies across Europe, comment sparks debate. So we are, there is racism, so but it's a bit like, it's like you can't always see racism and all that. It's like one of those things that you can't always see. And yeah, here we go with BBC News UK on Twitter as usual. Brett Kavanaugh. Starting off with one that isn't from the UK. Brett Kavanaugh, key senators back in battled Supreme Court pick. It's heartbreaking to watch children left hungry, said a mum who discovered her 5-year-old daughter had just 12 minutes to eat lunch at school. 1.5 million people maybe have been affected by the tsunami in Sulawesi. Hundreds of scientists signed a statement condemning physics built by men comments. No, but lots of men have built it and all that. It's like with women you generally don't hear about it. Topshop dismantles feminist pop-up after 20 minutes. Harlequin ladybird swarms into homes after hot summer. Boys' hearing aids ripped out and smashed in hateful attack. There we go, a bit of racism for you. About someone who can't hear and all that. Signal fault leads to rush hour rail misery. A woman wins £80,000 in damages from man cleared of raping her in St Andrews. Uniland boss says the brand is doing better than ever. When you stand on the beaches and see the portraits of those people who also stood on those beaches 100 years ago, you feel a connection. Director Danny Boyle tells BBC World at 1 about the project to mark the centenary at the end of World War I. Yes, it is coming up. Yeah, the armistice is in a little over a month. And trust me, time can fly. The disaster is slowly killing people on the ground. Decapil CEO Salah Said says thousands of people still need help following the Indonesian earthquake, but praises to the generosity of the British public. NHS waste backlog. What are the rules of disposal? Independence on the table after Brexit paid its price. Have the Tories improved on social media? There's a lady on the lake. 8-year-old Saga recalls the moment she discovered an ancient sword at the bottom of a Swedish lake. Utah toddler puts more than £1,000 in shredder. Yeah, don't put money in front of your children, especially a shredder as well. Free time should be a measure of the UK's well-being, says Greens. While sat on Donald Trump's shoes. He has got something dangling off the back of his shoes. Filthy scumbags anger after Snowdonia Peak is vandalised with graffiti. One police officer left with serious head injuries after he was deliberately driven at. Red Coast Cabaret Chalet. What would Harry and Meghan make of Butlins? Found drunken blunder to 7 wonders. A drunk booked tickets to Brazil. It's probably one of those things you do when you're drunk. Teacher accused of pupil playing sex toward boy of pregnancy. Bernard Matthew bids for Burnham Poultry where workers died. Famous fates cotton with fairies. First wave makes £20,000 at auction. At some point there was a rape and nothing else. How Nadia Murad became a leading voice in the fight against sexual welfare. Man found guilty of attempting to murder former Eurotunnel boss who had been pushed in on a tube attacks in London. Brexit poses the greatest existential threat to our generation to the agriculture sector. Adam Price addresses Plaid Cymru members for first time as leader. They've got crisp autumn mornings this weekend, where it might feel a little more like autumn, as it's been kind of warm for October so far. On the Monday I tried to call the airline and cancel the flights because I had no intention of going to Brazil. Ed Sheeran, Adele, Michael Jackson and Dua Lipa among Alex's most popular artists, and one of them's dead, and has been for nearly a decade. In the UK, an average of 9 babies a day are stillborn. BBC journalist Fiona Crack writes about a year of grief and healing after a longed for baby daughter died when her waters broke early. And I imagine it's not the easiest thing to go through, like a miscarriage or stillbirth, but like you've been carrying it for like so long and you kind of get attached to the baby, and for it not to be there, like alive and kicking when it comes out, is like must be like heartbreaking. So I can only really guess, as I've never not been there yet. Investigation opens into disappearance of Interpol chief Meng Hongwei, missing since trip to China. Some chemicals found in certain hair products are linked to cancer, obesity and infertility. I felt pretty much like I didn't exist. Keira Knightley reveals mental breakdown and PTSD as she struggled with sudden rise to fame. Russian cyber plots. Dutch defend decision not to arrest suspects. Dr. Miracle, the life and working of Nobel Peace Prize winner Denis Mukwege. Sorry if I mispronounced that. It's not every day that I'm saying something like that. 3 homes have been on the market in 2018 and a year of the past decade. Voters in Guernsey are set the island's first ever referendum. What are the options? Visitors to Berlin's Kit Kat sex club urged to seek immediate preventative treatments after man contacts bacterial meningitis. Admin password 1234. From 2020, weak passwords will be illegal in California. And I suppose it's better if it is more strong and all that. As yeah, it's just a little harder for hackers to get on. And the GRU hacking scandal, the pro-Kremlin press sounds Western spy mania, but one Russian paper is writing up the story accusing the Kremlin, forcing at risk the economy, foreign relations and the reputation of Russia. Toyota recalls more than 2.4 million hybrid vehicles worldwide over power loss fault. British man dies from sea snake bite in Australia. How credible are lie detector tests, and can you cheat one? So I suppose you can cheat anything really, if you kind of know what to do. Quiz of the week, where Kanye is going to finish his album. Alessia Cara and on a German Grammy backlash, and making music in cupboard. This is so sweet. Who wants to be new best friends with Annie? Listen to Birdsong, go to the beach, Shetland GPs in what could be UK's first project to prescribe nature for health and well-being. Nobel Peace Prize for anti-rape activists. Suppose with like rape and all that, you need to talk about it to combat it and all. and then kind of like follow through on any plans you do make, if there are any plans. Why did Unilever back down over HQ? Elon Musk, Tesla boss mocks US regulator days after settlement. Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. Some things we need to know. Jose Mourinho, Manchester United manager, admits results not good enough. NHS waste backlog, criminal probe over body parts pile up. Liverpool, Man City, why Jurgen Klopp Pep Guardiola's kryptonite. Unilever scraps Dutch relocation plan. Captain America actor Chris Evans to retire from role. Vietnam's children and the fear of climate change. Lewis Hamilton top in Japanese GP Grand Prix first practice. Joe Denley named Player of the Year at PCA Awards. How Ariana and Beyonce inspired a musical about Henry VIII's wives. Don't shoot, I'm disabled. Chelsea win against Vidi 1-0. Alvaro Morata strike proves decisive for Blues. A British man dies from snake bite in Australia. Arsenal win against Karabakh 3-0. Mealy Smith Rowe scores first goal in Europa League win. Fast fashion is harming the planet, NPC. Brett Kavanaugh, hundreds arrested in Supreme Court protest. Half of 20-somethings have no savings. Waitrose unpacks groceries while you're out. Sexual offences up 16% on British Railways. No, probably best keep an eye out on non-train and all that. Extract Mughal Suge Knight sentenced 20 years later in one death. I think I had that one and all that. And yeah, moving on to BBC News World on Twitter as usual. Senator Susan Collins, I will vote to confirm Judge Kavanaugh. Key moderate Republican explains her decision to support Brett Kavanaugh's nomination for the US Supreme Court. Chicago police officer Jason Van Dyke found guilty of second-degree murder for killing an unarmed black teen in 2014. Now, it's like one of the things where justice is finally served, and I hope it stays that way. I hope he stays in prison for it. Juventus shares drop after Ronaldo's rape allegation. Michigan Meteorite used as doorstop for 30 years worth £100,000. Laquan McDonald's verdict reached in Chicago police shooting. Brazil election voters debate the merits of democracy as far-right candidate leads polls. Lee taxed me first household liar, Stormy Daniels tells BBC Newsnight. Managed to decide to kiss and tell on President Trump in her first UK interview since publishing her memoirs. Lubna Al-Ariana appointed as first woman Saudi bank head. Still making progress in women's rights and all that, and this is one step. Yes, 51 and the aides are 59. US Senators back motion to move final votes on Brett Kavanaugh's appointment to the Supreme Court. German court sentences a couple who tortured and killed 2 women they lured with personal ads. India signs air defense missiles with Russia despite threat of US sanctions. And I think with US are probably going to sanction everyone at one point or another, some point or another. Didn't have a choice but to shoot. Don't shoot, I'm disabled. Indonesia's earthquake allowed inmates to escape from Palau prison, but some escapees have returned, thankfully. At least 30 workers have died since constructions began in Istanbul's controversial new airport project. Now several workers have been jailed for protesting conditions. That one. Yazidi activist Nadia Murad-Basi has been jointly awarded a Nobel Peace Prize for incredible courage. And she spoke to Sarah Montague in 2016 about her ordeal at the hands of Islamic State. Peruvian mayoral candidate Daniel Urresti cleared of journalist's murder. Jamal Khashoggi, Washington Post blanks out missing Saudi writers column. Suhaib Ilyasi, India TV crime host, acquitted of wife's murder. Former South Korean President Lee Myung-bak, jailed for 15 years. China prison break, public appeal after rare inmate escape. Hurtful or provocative, outcries at the Polish Teens Guidebook. Why not transgender candidate bust stereotypes in Brazil? James Ricketson case dad saved my life, so I helped save him from jail. Fake news French language body urges alternative phrase. Where a US national park is holding a Fat Bear Week contest. And yeah, there's the end of the news for today. I'll see you more tomorrow, where I'll hopefully be posting a uni video as well, so yeah. Bye for now.